gonna go.
All right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Christina's
going
in
live.
charge
It
of
is
Instagram.
going live.
Christina's
Live.
late.
Hello, you're
Welcome.
live. It says and checking
Hi.
the connection here and
Hi,
here. Instead of this,
Instagram.
let's do this.
Matthew's the tech guy
So
over
that we
there.
can do that.
He's
All
got
right.
it.
All right.
Welcome to Wednesday morning.
Remember
Ask
also-
me anything.
Oops. Oh, there you go. Continue broadcasting.
Can you
Continue
see?
broadcasting. All right. Hi,
Welcome,
guys.
friends.
Welcome to, what day is it today?
Wednesday.
I don't even remember what day it is
No, tell
today.
me about
Does
it.
anyone else know what day it is today? Hump day.
Yes. What day is it where you are? Because it could be
It
Thursday.
could be different.
Somewhere?
That is true.
What time is it? 9 p.m.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5
That's
o'clock
a-
somewhere.
That's
Hello,
a saying.
everybody.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Welcome. So glad to be back
Thank
at 9
you
a.m.
for joining us. Yes, yesterday we had an ad hoc AMA at noonish. Our
Good
time.
evening. Someone says good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, good sir.
All right. Welcome to the Nursing School of Success. No. No, that's not it.
NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com.
Yes.
The Nursing School
The
Show.
Nursing School Show with Christina
And Matthew. Welcome.
AMA.
Ask me anything.
Ask Christina anything.
Yup.
We try and answer as many questions as we can get through. Christina was just informing me before we got on live that we are getting comments from our previous AMAs with more questions.
All over the place.
All over the place. It is hard to keip track of that. So
Very
we need to come up with a better way of getting you guys' questions so that we can answer them.
Yes.
When we do, we're going to try and schedule out the lives on YouTube. And when they're scheduled out, you can actually comment on them before we actually go live.
Yes.
And that way we'll see them once we go live. So I think that's a good way of getting questions. For members of the Nursing SOS membership community, you guys have a special form that you can go to and type in your questions. And we try and get to those questions first because you guys are our members. Side note, membership community is open to join. If you would like to join, go ahead and go to NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com/join. Is open until Friday at 4 hour time.
PST.
Please
Please don't email me
time.
at 4:01. Please don't email me at 4:01 asking to get in because it will be closed and we will have to tell you no.
Yes.
It happens every single time. So join right this second so you don't forget because students always forget and they're like, oh no, Christina, because enrollment, here's the thing, guys. We only open enrollment a few times a year. We really are member focused. Like we pump out content for you guys like no one's business. So in order to do that and help our members at such a high level, the only way that we can do that is to keep enrollment closed throughout the year. So we only have enrollment. You can only join the membership community a few times a year. So make sure when it opens that you get in so that you know, it's like, I know that fall is just starting and the students are like, well, I don't need it right now. And that's cool. So cool if you don't need it right now. If you're like rocking nursing school, feel like you've just got this down. But the thing is that enrollment only opens a few times a year. And so by like, you know, a month from now, you're deep into nursing school. Like, I don't have a clue about what's going on. I need help. So join now because it only opens a few times a year.
We also have information on their courses, classes, lectures on there that will help you pre-nursing as well or getting ready for nursing. Most commonly like the dose calc stuff.
Not pre-nursing
courses,
yeah.
But just getting ready to actually
if you are starting nursing school in like September, October, or even January, you might want to consider joining now. Well, like for sure September, October, November. Like if you're starting nursing school in the fall, definitely join now. If you are starting nursing school in January, I would seriously, strongly consider it because we help you so much with learning dose calc, study tips, how to really set yourself up for success. Because I feel like I did this really well in nursing school and a lot of students missed this. If you miss this, you will be behind. You have to go into nursing school already prepared. But if you don't know how to get prepared for nursing school because you haven't started yet, then you don't know how to get prepared, right? You don't know what to do. So it's like kind of that, I don't know. I think I did that really well in nursing school. So that's what we teach, because man, do I have some fantastic, we have a whole video inside the membership community, how to start the term off strong. There's a whole video on how to start nursing school before you start nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
So again, it's open. If you want to join, you can actually pop up another tab if you're watching on your computer. You can actually join while listening to us in the background. And as soon as you join, you can come back in and comment and say, hey, I joined. And we'll say, hi, you joined. Welcome. We're actually going to be doing some shout outs for people that joined in the past day.
Sweet.
So we are going to get to that shortly.
Awesome.
Side note before we get started, guess what? It is officially fall.
Is it really?
How do I know it is officially fall? Any guesses?
Oh, I think I know.
Starbucks just started their
the
pumpkin spice latte, which is what I have right here.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
I have a pumpkin spice latte. So it is officially fall, guys.
That's
you can
awesome.
officially wear your Uggs.
There you go.
Not that I have any.
I don't have any.
But if you do, wear them with pride while drinking your pineapple spice latte. Your pumpkin spice latte.
You know what? Our 3-year-old loves to make us pine cone juice. So what he'll do is he'll take pine cones that we collect throughout the neighborhood, and we gave him a little like juicer thing, like a lemon juicer, a lemon squeezer thing. So he takes the pine cone and he like does this. It's like, here, mommy, here's your pine cone juice.
Here's your pine cone
Thanks,
juice,
buddy. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Thank you.
And we're going to get to our member questions. There was a question on Instagram that I just saw scroll by that I did want to address before it. Because I found it interesting. Yeah, that one. You guys email us. Do you suggest we print and put it in a binder?
Print our emails?
So that's what I'm confused about. Print out the emails?
So I totally could recommend that, because our emails, let me just tell you, are so helpful. So if you are not on our email list, and if you're not getting emails from me, then I don't even know what you're doing with your email inbox. I feel like that's a huge wasted opportunity. Yeah, we send a lot of good stuff out. Like I send free cheat sheets out all the time. Yesterday, I sent an email out that was step-by-step how to study med-surg, which was amazing. So yeah, there you go. The nursing schedule, like your nursing planner.
All right.
Are you a member, Tabitha? Sometimes it's hard to, I can't connect Instagram handles to members. So if you are a member, you get the full undated monthly planner, reusable, printable PDF planner. Download it, print it out. That's an option. Or you can purchase the nursing school planner that's fully dated. And yes, I recommend that you print that off. So it's a download. It's a download. It's printable. So yes, I totally recommend that you print that off. Yep. Paid for the $17 nursing monthly planner.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
Print it out.
Print it out. If you want it coil bound, I recommend going to 9-cent color copies. They're local to us, which is so fun. I looked at so many places, and man, their prices amazing. So that's who we recommend. They're like 15 minutes away. I love it. I love them. So we recommend 9-cent color copies. Totally go there. What else can I join? I need the help. The NursingSOS membership community. If you need help through nursing school, we are here for you. Join the NursingSOS membership community. Enrollment is open right now, only until Friday, and we only open a few times a year. Does the planner come with a monthly subscription? No, not the full dated planner. We have an undated planner inside the membership community that's totally free for members. It's 1 month undated. So, was that clear?
Hopefully.
I hope that was clear.
Comment below if it's not, and we'll answer those as they come in.
Yep. All right, let's go to member
First question from a member. Our PowerPoint lecture slides are usually around 80 pages, so a lot to print, even if it were 3 to a page. Side tangent there, you do go over how to study, which talks about printing out PowerPoints and note taking and whatnot. So I'll continue reading this while you find that. Okay, yesterday I couldn't keep up with how fast the professor was flipping through the slides and reading through them pretty quickly, stopping briefly here and there to add her own 2 cents. When it was over, I spent 3 hours writing out all 60 slides. I'm not sure what else to do, but I don't see how copying information off of a slide is beneficial either. I've converted PowerPoint to an outline view and copy pasted it into Word, which makes it all funny. So then you have to go through and proper spacing and blah, 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 format it. So today I have the same 2-hour fundamentals class and a 3-hour pharmacology class. I don't think I can spare the time it would take to write out all those slides. I don't really see how that would be beneficial to learning. Any note-taking advice or approach advice? Really want to maximize my time efficiently, which we want you to do too. But I don't feel like I am. So that was a big, long...
I did respond to this question on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I told her that I was going to talk about it today. And if you guys message us on Instagram, I might send you voice recordings back because I think those are fun. I sent her a voice recording because I think it's fun. So 3 pages, 3 slides to a page. This is what I recommend. So here's where I said that I think the confusion is. We say a lot to rewrite out your notes. Rewrite out your notes from class. We say that all the time, like rewrite out your notes from class. Where I think the confusion is with this question is that she's rewriting out all the lecture slides, which is not the same thing. So when I was in school, here's like, okay, this is like actually legitimately from my nursing school. I have all my stuff still. 3 slides to a page when you print them out. Like if your instructor has slides or PowerPoints or what have you, 3 slides to a page with notes on the other side. This is how I would do it. So I would have the lecture slides in front of me and then write out my notes over here. You see, there's not very many notes. I would rewrite my notes, not the slides. Does that make sense? You can write out the slides. Like if you were confused about anything on here, need to memorize it. Like, you know, if the whole pediatric vaccination immunization schedule was on one of these slides, yeah, you probably have to write that out because you have to memorize all of that. But like these, like it says type 2, chronic and progressive. Like I'm not going to write that out. I am only going to write out the notes that I took, like that I wrote down, and maybe some things like, let me see. Type 2, so this is talking about type 2 diabetes, not ketosis prone. They're producing insulin. So I wrote out they're producing insulin. The PowerPoint slide said not ketosis prone. So they might not be, might not get ketosis. So I might write that out, but I'm not going to write, you know, 90% of all diabetics have type 2. Usually overweight or obese. You know, I'm not going to write out those things. I'm going to write out my notes and the things that, you know, I need to remember. Does that make sense? Is that clear, you guys? Is that clear? So it's almost like it's an exercising constraint. There's a lot of information in nursing school. There's a lot of stuff that they're going to throw at you. But you don't have to, you just don't have to know everything. Like here, you know, this slide here, yeah, I'm not super aware of all of that stuff, or wouldn't have been. So it's kind of a lot on this slide. So yeah, I might write that out. So you kind of have to pick and choose what you write out, what you need to know. So that's that. I hope that's helpful.
Yeah,
do you have anything to add?
I'd say that that's also practice in another vital skill with nursing is critical thinking. Mm-hmm. So really, that is a practice on critical thinking when listening in your lectures and deciding what to put in your notes. Definitely don't just rewrite things just to rewrite things. You want to use your time efficiently, like you said. So when they're talking about things, the things that are important, the things that are not in the slides are usually the things that you want to write that catch your attention. The only things probably to repeat from the slide itself is if like your teacher says, this is vitally important or whatever, or highlight or circle or whatever. But usually it is just that it is a practice on teasing out what information is important. And I think that you will just get better with time.
Absolutely.
As far as with the printing, most of them are PowerPoint. I'm sure most professors are using PowerPoint or PowerPoint something. And when you go to file print, there's usually like a note-taking section there, or note-taking format, which is like the 3 slides on one side and or lines on the other.
Hey, can you write that down, please, babe? Can you write that out? Like, can I just do like a tutorial video on PowerPoint on how to print? Because I think that would be super helpful. Would that be helpful for you guys if I do like a quick tutorial video on how to print? Maybe I can, I could just do that really quick and like upload it to YouTube or something, or like Instagram on my stories or something. So would that be helpful?
Yes.
Kat says yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
All right, sweet. Can I talk? Oh wait, we have member stuff, and then I'll get to Instagram.
All right. Next member question up. How can I best manage my study time with homeschooling kids this year? So I think specifically for this member, manage study time with homeschooling kids. I think that probably applies to a lot more people this year than it has in previous years. I'll let you guess why. But I think in general, how can I best manage my study time? So I think we can talk specifically about with homeschooling for kids maybe, or more generally, just how do I best manage studying my study time?
Yeah. So really my advice for this is going to change whether or not you decided to homeschool your kids, or if you are now being forced to homeschool your kids. So if you intentionally and already have a plan set in place to homeschool your kids, and let's say like, because what we have actually several homeschooling moms who are going to nursing school. Like inside our NursingSOS membership community, we have several moms who just homeschool their kids full time and have been for years, but are now just going to nursing school. So that's totally a thing already. So for them, it's a little bit different because they're also, a lot of them are not working. So, and they already have like kind of the flow down. So in that case, if you're already homeschooling your kids, you've been doing it for years, or you're just starting, but intentionally starting, for that, it's a little bit different. You just have to, I would say, mesh in your school to your homeschool routine. Like if you already have a homeschool routine down, your kids are already kind of used to it. It's going to be a little bit of a different situation than if you are now just suddenly having to homeschool your kids because schools are closed. So if you are intentionally homeschooling your kids and have been for a while, I would just try your best to mesh in your nursing school with homeschooling, your homeschool routine. So try to mesh in your nursing school schedule, work it around your homeschool routine. For me, my priority is my kids. So if that were me, I always talk about what it would be like, what I would do. So, this is just my opinion. This is what I would do if I was in your situation. I wouldn't want to mess with my kids' routine too much. So for me, I would definitely try to merge my nursing school schedule with the homeschool routine that was already set. Does that make sense? So that's what I would do for that. If you are like, homeschooling is totally new for you, you never wanted to do it, and now you just have to because schools are closed, it's a little bit different. Oftentimes with that, you might also be working. Your spouse might be working. You are trying to find a job. Homeschooling full-time, going to nursing school full-time. That's a lot of full-time. We just talked about this yesterday, and I talked about this on a YouTube video. Give yourself a break. If you need to take a step back from something, that's fine. So I don't want you to feel pressured to go to nursing school right this second with having to do everything else. Homeschooling your kids full-time, working full-time, and nursing school full-time, friend, I'm going to tell you, that's a lot. That's a lot to do. I fully believe that you can work full-time and go to school full-time. I totally believe that because I've seen it done time and time again. Time and time again. But then adding homeschooling kids on top of that, I have not seen that. I have not seen that done well. So, and I mean, that's like 80 hours a week. Right? That'd be like 120 hours a week. 3 times 4, because I can do math. 3 times 40, 3 full-time jobs. It's 120 hours a week. How many hours a week do we even have in a week? How many hours? I don't know. A lot. Like, not that many. Like, not what? Someone do the math.
I don't know.
What's 24 times 7? I'm not gonna do it. So, you have to give yourself grace. You have to prioritize what you have going on in your life.
Yeah. I think what would help too, to see how much time you have left, is to write it out. We have our nursing school planner. That's one option, but the other option definitely is just to take a piece of paper or Excel. I've seen some really fancy Excel things. I like Excel. If you want to do that, you can do that too. But really take a week or so of your Sunday through Saturday, probably either by 30-minute increments, probably 30-minute increments are fine, and just kind of write out a general schedule just to see where your time is going. If you do not know where your time is going, then it just gets lost.
Yeah.
So
hour by hour.
You need to hour by hour. Okay.
Hour by hour.
You need to at least do that to kind of set a baseline. You might find that you have a lot more time than you thought, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Or you might find the other thing. It's like, well, I've double scheduled everything in my day.
Yeah.
And obviously that will not work.
You need to prioritize.
So you do need to prioritize. So that is one way just to get a baseline of what your schedule looks like, how your time actually really looks like. And I think that it is vital for this season because, yes, there are some people that have just decided to homeschool and have been homeschooling for years, but it might be new for a lot of people too.
Yep.
Also, I think some other new things with the way that homeschooling is done, or not even homeschooling, but remote learning is being done this year, especially if you're remote learning as well. Just something to note too is make sure you have a good internet connection. I'm sure all of you guys are zooming it up. Make sure that you have the resources available to allow, if you guys are both going to be on Zoom at the same time, just make sure that that's a possibility as well. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a lot of strain on your internet.
Yeah. So that's kind of a side note from the actual planning part. But yeah, it is a lot to think through and a lot of new things out there. So give yourself grace and plan out your day. I do agree that it's easier for you to change around your study schedule a little bit rather than children. So definitely I would tend to try and adjust my schedule around the children. One thing that we mentioned yesterday is find any little bit of time, chunk it up. If there's 5 minutes or 10 minutes somewhere, study a little bit here and there. It does add up over time.
For sure.
So there's that. Also, on a lighter note, if your kids are a little older and need some math homework to do, you can always give them your dimensional analysis dose calc and have them solve it.
Give them your dose calc.
So, and that will help you out too. So that's something you can
double up.
Yes.
So funny. 168. Actually, that's what I was thinking. 168. And you only have 160. Is the guy Filipino?
Is the guy this guy? Yes. Yes. I am a
People
Filipino.
Ask that constantly.
I'm a Filipino who is not a nurse. I know I am rare. But that's how it goes.
That's great. Welcome to Wednesday AMA. We have so much fun on here, you guys. It's super exciting.
All right. Next question up.
Next question from members. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question up from a member. I have not been accepted to nursing school yet, but I have faith that in December I will definitely get in. Is it still a good decision to start the membership without prior knowledge of nursing as a novice? Where should I start? How will it benefit me? Thank you for reading. And actually, someone just asked this question on YouTube as well. So let me just read that part too. I am accepted into RN program, but I'm not starting until January 2021. Do I need to join or start the membership, or should I wait until school starts? So basically, same question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you I say join 2 to 3 months before your program. September, October, November, December. We're 4 months out from January. So I would say you could wait at that point because, I mean, I'm pretty sure if we don't open enrollment again this year, we will at least open it in like January, February.
Yeah. So it is a little.
We don't really have a super plan. But I would wait. If you're starting in January, I would probably wait. So just because we say 2 to 3 months before you start, we're a little far out. I'm pretty confident enrollment is going to open.
We're going to open at least one more time this year.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna say that we're going to open up at least one more time this year. So
yeah,
I think that this one is a little far out for you.
Yeah.
So definitely keep a lookout. Join the wait list. and
you'll be the first
you'll
to
be
know.
the first
You'll be
to
the
know
first to know when enrollment opens and
when
you're
it
on the wait
opens
list. So
Yep.
definitely get on the wait list. Yeah, if you're starting in January, that makes sense to me. So 2 to 3 months before you start your program. We're a little far out for that.
Yeah.
So what was that? This girl, she's a member already.
She's a member already.
So yeah, totally. Dose calc, for sure.
Yeah.
And you've got to go through the study success course and the time management course. And there's also a bonus in there for you for how to answer nursing school exam questions. So actually, can you snag her name? Can you just save that? And I am going to, so this is a member, I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you a personal video walking you through what to do. So there you go. Hey, if you guys join the membership community, you're gonna get personal videos from me like constantly.
Yeah, Christina kind of likes
just
audio and video.
Yeah.
So she might actually send you a reel too or whatever. But
I love reels on Instagram.
She likes those things.
Hands up for anyone who's as obsessed with reels as I am.
But welcome to all the new members and the existing members too. Hi guys, everyone else. Let's do a quick shout out for a couple of new people that joined within the past day. There's a big long list, so I'll let you scroll down through a few and then we'll probably do some later too.
Oh man.
All right.
So these are all people that just
set.
Joined just this.
Yes, just within the past 24 hours. Less than that actually.
Wow.
Past 20 hours. Something like that.
You guys, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
All right, ready, set.
Okay.
And go!
Hello, Jasmine, Oluroke, Shannon, Ashakai, Mary, Jessica, Susanna, Hethaline, Antoinette, Fema, Faverlin, Megan, Olivia, LaShonda, Jessica, Wanglicia, Carly, Ashlyn, Brittany, Chanel, Jasmine. We have like I've seen multiple Jasmines. Deanna, Casey, Lindsay, Jenna, Elizabeth, Sarah, Julie, Jessica, Sarah, and Jasmine. We've got like multiple. Gladys, Yvette, Danielle, and Amy. Oh my goodness.
Right there. Okay, keep going. We'll go till there.
We'll go till there.
Yeah.
Okay. Jainaba, Akua, Nellie, Natasha, Caitlin, Alexis, Gwinnetta, Katie, Tammy, Brian, Sarah, Lisa, Lynette, Jasmine, Amber, Erica, Diana, Angelique, Shirley, Deborah, Gabrielle, Micah, Alicia, Sherry, Helena, Charles, Veronica, Karina, Rusty, Elizabeth, and Tenna, Monique, and Latasha. And there's more, but we can do those later.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining the NursingSOS membership community. I feel like I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna make Christina cry.
Seriously, every time we get on these AMAs, it's just like, these are just the students who have joined in the past day. It blows my mind how much God has multiplied this ministry. I just can't. It's insane to me.
So thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining and watching and putting up with us while we kind of go on tangents before answering more questions. But yeah, we do want to shout out our members as well and all our new members. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. You had another question that you wanted to ask or
answer? Yeah, I got a question on Instagram that I thought was really good. I watched your dosage calculation video, which helped, but I feel confused about what numbers to use and what goes where on the formula, which tells me that you're using a formula. Please don't use a formula. So basically that tells me that I just need to do a whole video on the difference between formula and dimensional analysis.
I think that could be it. I think that it might be that you are using dimensional analysis, but it's just confused on what number goes on the top and what number goes on the bottom of your fractions or on each of the conversions while you're going through the railroad, which I can kind of see. It can be a little confusing. I'd say that the easiest thing to do is you write them all out, and then if it doesn't work one way, you can just flip them.
Yes.
So
that's what
it works. It works both ways. So for example, I don't know if this is even nursing school related, but I'm gonna roll with it. 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon. So you can put 1 tablespoon over 3 teaspoons, and if that doesn't work, then you can flip it and do 3 teaspoons over 1 tablespoon. What you have to make sure is that it crosses out the unit that you no longer need. So if you
top and bottom,
if you no longer need tablespoon, then you put another tablespoons on the bottom, you put it on the top, and they cross out. So, but if tablespoons on the top, you don't put another tablespoon on the top because you get tablespoon squared. You want to
Which
flip
is
it.
not- Yep.
And you want to do 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon and the tablespoons cross out.
Yep.
So that could be it, is that, oh, because when I read that, that's kind of what I thought. It's either that they are using the formula method, which don't do that, use dimensional analysis. But if you are using dimensional analysis and you just don't know which one goes on the top and on the bottom, you can kind of move things around a little bit.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
Jiggy it up. Is that a thing? I don't know. Whatever. Christina, don't embarrass yourself on live video. Make sure that you are starting with the end in mind, so you have to know what you need to end up with first. So if you need tablespoons, then tablespoons has to end up at the top. Always on the top. If you need teaspoons, teaspoons has to end up on the top. If you need tablets, tablets have to end up on the top. So whatever you need to end up with needs to be on the top alone, and it cannot cross out anything else. It cannot cross itself out. So I hope that is clear. We have that written down for a future video on YouTube, which I think would be really, really helpful for some people. Hey, by the way, let's get a quick shout out for Matthew's Peloton shirt.
Yeah.
Good job, babe.
Hooray, Peloton.
Hooray, Peloton. It's his
It's my 100 somewhere. Yeah, 100.
It's his 100.
So...
It's his century shirt. And you're probably like, hey, Christina, where's your century Peloton shirt? And I will tell you that it's on its way in about 3 years when I hit 100 rides on the Peloton. So congratulations, Matthew, for biking it up.
Yeah, you know what? We got that a few months ago. My video pod. Okay, we got that a few months ago. And really, before now, I have never really been into exercising. You get sweaty, you get tired. I don't see the point. But you know what? We went and gave it a try, and you know what? It really gets you into it, and it is really fun.
It's so fun.
There are so many teachers, so you can find definitely the ones you like. So, yeah, I've really liked it. So
yeah, it's so fun.
All right, another question that I have.
Okay, do it.
Question for a new grad.
Okay.
So actually, 2 questions about new grads. This one first. A question for new grad. Do you suggest we have a professional summary for our resumes, or is that exclusive for nurses with experience? And then just more generally on YouTube, it was just asked, is there info for new grads in the membership, interview tips for working as a new nurse, review, etc.?
You're the HR guy.
So
there you go.
That
HR.
That was my college degree that I do not use.
I don't know anything about resumes.
So anyway, first part first. Is there info for new grads in membership currently?
New grads in membership. Oh no, there is not.
There is no information for newly graduated nursing students, ex-nursing students, nurses.
Ex-nursing students. Are you an ex-nursing student or are you a nurse? Those are 2 very different
nurse.
things.
So no, we do not have any information at this point in time.
We are specifically here to help you pass nursing school.
You're on your own after that. No.
That is what we do. We are here to help you through nursing school. So no, we don't have like new grad stuff. As
far as a professional summary for our resumes, I'd say go ahead and put that in.
This is your time, babe. You go ahead and shine.
I'm gonna shine.
You shine.
I'd say, yeah, you can go ahead and put that in, especially if you've had a volunteer experience, any kind of extra experiences in what you want to do. So I'd say, yeah, go ahead and put that in. It is not exclusive to just nurses with experience, because believe it or not, you have experience. You might not have experience being an actual nurse, but you do have experiences, and those experiences can help you and display what you can actually do in the position that you're looking for. So go ahead and include it.
Boom. I don't even know what a professional summary is. What is a professional summary?
Yeah, it's kind of just the beginning part, kind of just the opening part of it. I know for myself, I had no working experience all throughout college. My job was going to school. I was pretty bad at it. But after college, I kind of had that same situation too. It's like, okay, here's my resume of these are the schools I went to. And I was in chess club Can I put that in my resume? I did, by the way.
That's awesome.
I did. It's all how you spin it. So chess club, I was very thought focused. I could plan out. I could strategize ahead. Up to 20 steps beyond that, I don't know. But
I tell you what, you were very good at planning things out and strategizing.
So it's all how you put it, and it's all how you write it down. So yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to think about resumes. Yeah. There you go. He used to be a technical recruiter.
I did used to be a technical recruiter.
People.
That was my first gig out of college.
Yep. So. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, can I hit on Instagram real quick?
All
Question. Right. I start classes next Monday for an accelerated program. They sent me today 7 chapters to read, fundamentals by Monday. How many hours a day should I dedicate to studying per day? Well, first off, you should not read all of those things, even if they tell you to. I tell you what. We
answer that at least once a day.
We answer that at least once a day. Here's the thing. You can. And you can try. You can try to read 7 chapters. Let's just do a quick exercise. Let's just do a quick exercise. How many pages is 7 chapters? Unit 1, chapter 3. So this is chapter 3. And this is skills. Chapter 5. Chapter 7. So this is just skills. I don't know. I thought chapters were more like 20 pages each. See, this is just, that's not bad. That's like 60 pages, so that's still pretty rough. Let's see this. Chapter 3. So this is going to be more of a typical. This is more of a typical chapter 19.
While you're looking that up, I actually have a related question that was asked a couple days ago. Pages. Again, like we said, we answer this at least once a day. So people ask this all the time. You're not alone. Do not worry. So another person kind of asked this a little bit differently, but I want to hit on it because of a specific part in it. Just started Monday, the RN program. I'm using the Read Aloud tool on my ebook. I've never done that, and it feels like it is helping. Can you do a video on how to go about reading the chapters? Thank you. So
reading aloud tool. So that means that you're like,
it's an audio book, or it's an ebook that has an audio version to it, and that's why I wanted to call this out. Is really interesting. I don't think we've heard about that up until now.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Do you guys have your nursing books on audio? I think the tips still apply. Do not read everything, as Christina is showing us. But it is interesting that that's the first time I've heard about an audio. I don't think I'd recommend this, but for decompressing, for books on the side or podcasts, I never listen to things at 1 speed anymore. I always I think I'm at like 1.7 speed, which they sound like chipmunks. They do. Not gonna lie, they're gonna sound like chipmunks, but you can still absorb it a little bit faster than at 1 speed. So
Christmas. Is it like Alvin?
Yes.
Alvin!
So if you do want to listen to it and you are determined to listen to it, at least don't listen to it at 1 speed, because that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like now to him.
So yes,
it's like super slow.
Yeah.
Good thing I talk at 1.7 speed already.
See, yeah, so you probably don't need to bump up the speed with Christina because she talks fast anyway.
I talk really fast.
That is a pro tip too. On YouTube, you can up the speed too.
Yeah, there you go. Watch our videos all the way through on 2 speed and see if you get anything because I talk fast already. So this one is 88 pages for 7 chapters. You know, I'm not doing that by Monday. Sorry. The other one was 60. So, you know, here's the thing. Like, you can do it if you want. You can read all those 88 pages stuffed with facts and things. Are you going to remember it all? Absolutely not. I mean, you can try. You can totally try. But that is not I don't believe that's how most of us learn, by like reading the textbook just for the sake of reading the textbook. You have to make sure that you still have time to study it and critically think about it and actually learn it and understand it. So that's what I think a lot of us are missing, right? If we're reading the textbook, our instructors tell us, read the textbook, read the textbook, read the textbook. what does that mean? They're actually expecting us to learn it and understand it after we read the textbook. But is that actually a good way to study and learn and understand and critically think, by reading? Maybe for some of us.
For some of us, but I don't think that's the majority.
I don't think that's the majority.
Definitely use our tips. Go over everything that the professor talks about in class.
Yep.
So focus on that stuff.
You can for sure skim it before class. If you start class on Monday, as the question said, start class on Monday. You can totally skim the reading, just to get an idea of what you're going to learn. You can hit the highlights of the chapters, like look at the key points and things like that. But I really wouldn't go much beyond that, to be honest with you. I would really focus on dose calc. I'd really focus on dose calc because you're going to have a dose calc exam within the first 2 weeks and you have to get 100% on it. So that should be the priority. That should be the priority.
And that's an answer to our Facebook question as well. I start nursing fundamentals this semester. What is the hardest part and what should I start focusing on before class even starts?
Hello, Mert.
So,
dose calc.
Dose calc.
Oh, by the way, shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Is Mom?
I don't know if she's on, but I'm pretty sure she's on because she messaged us. She messaged you. She's like, "I saw you guys on live video. You did great."
Well, she was
Mom.
She was actually texting while we were on, and then she saw us on. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were
Mom.
on." But hello.
Hello.
Hi, also, Mom. One of our first topics. One of our first topics from the members is how to study with homeschool kids. I just want to shout out Anna on YouTube. Thanks for giving your 2 cents. You say, students, you can do it. If you can't, that's okay too. Last spring semester, I was in virtual nursing class, homeschooling 5 kids alone. It was a lot of studying with kids and doing homework at night.
Yes.
So shout out to you. That is amazing.
Anna. Nice. Homeschooling 5 kids. Yeah, that's quite a few children. It's so funny because I keep telling him, we started our marriage, I was like, I want 5 kids. And now we've had 2. And it keeps going up. It's like, oh wait, I want 5 more.
Yeah, it's always 5 more.
Oh, 5 more. So now we're at 7. It's a sliding scale. So now we're at 7. So we'll see. We'll see. Good for you, Anna. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I want 5 kids. That's great.
For those just joining,
hello.
Welcome to the Nursing School Show. AMA. Asking us, Christina mostly, nursing school related questions, and we're trying to get through them. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
On a Wednesday. I'm Christina. This is Matthew.
Hello. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments below.
Yes.
And we will get to them as we can. Guess before we go further, let's do a couple more shout outs for everyone that has just joined within the past day. Membership is open, FYI. So if you are interested in joining, right here.
Long list.
So just from here
from where?
On.
From
Catherine.
Did I say Catherine?
No.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Bethany. Hi, Linda. Hi, Leslie. D'Angela, Hope, Valerie, Trisha, Miriam, Michelle, Jessica, Camille, Jamie, Elizabeth, Danielle, Dee, Obi, Danielle, Ola, and Crystal. Welcome to the NursingSOS membership community.
Welcome, guys.
If I did not just say your name, it's because we said more at the beginning-ish of this live. And then these were only the students that joined within the past 21 hours, 20 hours or so.
Yep.
Because every day on the live, we've been shouting you out. So if you did join Sunday, we shouted you out on the Sunday. Man, you guys are blowing my mind. It's crazy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining.
You're blowing Christina's mind, and you're going to make her cry, but that is cool. That is A-okay. I do that all the time.
It's amazing. You really don't. That's funny. That's why you can pretend that you do, because you really don't.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing, this ministry and helping nursing students through school, and just how God has multiplied this is insane to me. So thank you guys so much for being here and for joining the membership community. I am seriously stoked to help you through nursing school. We're gonna have the best time.
She's gonna send you all sorts of random videos on nursing related videos.
Nursing related videos. If you're a NursingSOS member, you get videos from me all the time.
Yeah, you guys have a fun time.
Yeah.
So
we love it. I go live in the Facebook group a lot and I really like it. We just chat. We get to know each other. We're just best friends.
it's a fam.
It's a fam.
And
There you go.
I really like that this community, both the membership and you guys out in the public, that you guys are so supportive, like Anna, just supportive. Everyone is so supportive on our channels. So
Thank
that
you so
is
much.
really the vibe that we are going for too. So thank you all.
For sure.
Another question from YouTube. How to survive in nursing school when English is your second language?
Yeah, we get that actually quite a bit. Because we have a lot of nursing students from the Philippines.
Woo-hoo!
Shout out to the Philippines. I am Filipino adjacent.
Yes, that is right.
By marriage. I am adopted Filipino. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Filipinos are the best. You guys are the Philippines!
Yeah.
You guys are the best people. How to survive nursing school when English is your second language.
Yes.
I think it's just a lot of memorization. I'm scrolling through Instagram as I talk.
I see that. I can see that.
That's I guess it's just a lot of memorization because it's all the medical terminology stuff you have to. Yeah, I would imagine that that's really the biggest hurdle, right? Is the medical terminology. So I would learn that first.
I think that is a little more difficult for us to answer because English
better
are
not.
both of our first languages.
Yeah.
I may look brown, but I'm really white on the inside. I am what you call a coconut. So English is my first language. I was born and raised here. So I do not know directly how to answer that. I'd say that obviously all the information is the same. A lot of the technical terms like drug names and stuff are the same. So it is just a lot of memorization. There might be some hurdles as far as colloquialisms. Stuff that your professor says that doesn't directly translate. So I'd say probably the biggest thing is what we teach anyway is open communication.
Yes.
Especially now with online learning, open communication. Everything that you don't understand or everything that you have questions about, bug your professors. That's why they're there. So even preface it with, hey, English is my second language. Preface it definitely with what you thought they said and how you understand it. So, hey, English is my second language. When you said this, I think that you meant this. Even if English is not your first language and you're confused about a part, that is what you should do when you're reaching out to your professor. Hey, I heard this in class, in lecture. This is what I thought you meant. I'm confused, or is this what you meant? Restate it in your own words as well. Don't just spit back to them exactly what they said to you. Make the effort to show that you are learning, that you are doing the critical thinking, that you are trying to understand what they're saying. There just might have been a barrier in communication, barrier in language. Your internet might have cut off, and so you missed a key word here and there. But make sure that you take an effort into describing exactly where you're confused, exactly where you're at, so they can look at it, say, okay, this person's not just wasting my time. They actually want to know an answer. Or, oh, maybe I didn't explain that quite as clearly. Maybe I need to clarify that in next class because maybe more people had that problem. So just make sure that you are very clear, very open, and communicate openly. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing.
Yep. Absolutely, I would say. And there was Wallace thinks on YouTube, some of my fellow students in nursing school here may have some difficulty understanding what's written in the textbook, but our clinical instructors help us along the way. It's so important, just like Matthew said, to be in open communication with your instructors. Like, genuinely, I know there's this perception out there in the nursing world, and yes, this can be true sometimes, but overall, your nursing instructors are there to help you. Some people will tell you that nursing instructors are there to just beat you down and, fail you. But that's really not true. I mean, some of them, yes, might be. Are there bad apples? Sure.
Of course.
Of course. Like there always are. But the overwhelming majority are there to support you. Like, teachers don't go into teaching just to make your life miserable. Like, especially nurses. Like nurses who then become instructors, man, do they have a rough job. So they did not go into that job to just make your life miserable, you know? So I think that's important to just remember that they really are there to support you, even though it might not quite feel like that.
Yeah. No, that's great.
There you go. My 2 cents. Someone said power couple. Hi, Benji. That's hilarious.
Question from YouTube. Tips for acute placements, and what would you recommend to nursing students in mental health placements?
So acute, like, are you an acute psychiatric facility?
This was actually the one that Nicole got and she put in here, so I'm not exactly sure the background on that. So I'm guessing.
Is it like 2 separate? So where is this question now?
It's this one right here.
Oh, tips for acute placements, and what would you recommend to nursing students in mental health placements? So that sounds like 2 different questions. So mental health placements is all about therapeutic communication. Man, do I love mental health. It's so fun. Therapeutic communication and just getting to know people. You know, just building relationships with people. Build rapport. You'll hear that a lot. Rapport. Tips for acute placements. Depends on what you mean by acute. Do you mean acute mental health? I was in a higher acute mental health placement in that was my preceptorship. Actually, I love mental health. So I was in an acute mental health placement in nursing school, and so that is a lot. I've been in multiple mental health placements. That is a lot higher on the medication side than just a non-acute mental health facility. So I've been in both. So mental health is surprisingly, not really surprisingly, a lot of the medication administration. So I feel like we get this question a lot about mental health, and it seems like there's a lot to it, but a lot of it is the medications that you just need to know about. A lot of them have crazy side effects. You just have to know. You have to know the medications. So basically it's those 2 things: a therapeutic communication and how to, talk therapy with someone, and then medications. So that's really it. And I think actually, I guess I never really had this issue, but I could totally see how it comes up. Just getting comfortable in that situation. That could be a big hurdle for someone coming into a mental health situation. Just being there and feeling comfortable in that environment. That could be a challenge for you. So that is something that you would need to work on at that clinical placement. So if we think like, what are the things that you have to know, the competencies you have to know and develop through that placement, that's what I would say. Meds, therapeutic communication, and just feeling comfortable. Would you add anything?
No, I think that actually the thing that you mentioned there, feeling comfortable probably is a big thing, especially if you don't have a lot of interactions with people with mental health issues. Mm-hmm. So and being in a place where there's a lot of that. So yeah.
And acute mental health issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think
they got to tell you, it's like the most fun thing you'll ever do in your life. They're the best.
Yeah, and I think the main thing is that they need help too, and that you're there to help out. So
yeah, absolutely. That therapeutic communication.
Yes, therapeutic communication. That's great.
And then the other part of that question was acute nursing. So that is, I talked about acute mental health, but acute typically means like ICU, ER, flight trauma nursing, flight nursing would all be considered acute. So acute care nursing, really, when you are clinical in an acute setting, your hand should be raised always. Just keep your hand up all day long. So if any nurse happens to come, your hand's already up, right? So you should always be raising your hand if it's something that you can do in your scope of practice. So in nursing school, I don't know if you know this. Did you know this, that you have to get like checked off with your skills before you can actually do them at clinical?
Yes.
Maybe it depends on your state. But for us, we had to get like checked off on our skills by our instructor, like in our skills lab, before we could then do it at a clinical floor. So make sure that you're checked off on whatever you have that's going on. But yeah, keep your hand raised. Just like do as many things as you possibly can, because man, do those ICU nurses know a thing or two.
It's funny.
Or 1,000.
On Facebook, we actually have a question on skills. Okay. I have a skills on straight cath injections, NG med administration, infant heel stick, and IV, IVPB, and a dose calc test tomorrow. Any tips?
Oh yeah, IV? You know what IV is? Do you know what IVPB is? I don't know.
IV peanut butter is my first answer. So that's
IV
when you inject peanut butter directly into someone because they have jelly in there already.
No.
Am I on the right track?
No.
All right. No, what is an IVPB?
It's an IV piggyback. So it's like medication that you're putting along with the fluid or
got it. All right. Yeah. So there's
like piggyback. So it's like when you have our 3-year-old piggyback on your back.
So it's when you give an IV to a pig. And then, no. Okay. So yeah, IV piggyback. That's when you have the bag, and then there's the other one that kind of goes into. Okay. Yep.
I have skills on straight cath. Okay. So what is the advice?
Raise your hand a lot and practice a lot beforehand. Before tomorrow. Practice
as much as you can today. I mean, that's really all you got, right? So here's what we recommend is that you study for 2 hours outside of class for every hour you are in class. This includes skills lab. The only thing that is excluded from this is clinical. So you're not going to go to a clinical facility for 12 hours and then study for 24 hours for clinical. No, don't do that. This advice stands for lecture and skills lab. So when you have skills lab for, let's say, 6 hours maybe. So let's say 6 hours a week. Skills lab for 6 hours a week. You best be practicing your skills for 12 hours a week. If you have lecture and you are sitting in lecture class for, let's say, 4 hours, you best be studying that lecture content for 8 hours a week at least. There you go. So you can easily see how nursing school is now a 40-hour work week, 50-hour work week, right? Clinical on top of that. Nursing school is a beast, friends. There you go. So that's a recommendation. Just as much as you can. You said your test is tomorrow. Your test is tomorrow. You have to do the best you can to learn it all today. That's, go, friend. Go.
I really like the advice that you said yesterday. I'm not sure if it will apply to you since your test is tomorrow, but for future, lots of practice in the skills lab in front of other instructors to get in that headspace of you're being watched. So I think that's a great tip that we mentioned, I think, yesterday too.
Yeah, for sure. So when you are practicing in the skills lab, like Matthew was just saying, when you're practicing in the skills lab, it can be very beneficial for you to ask an instructor to watch you, because half of the battle when you go check off your skills is not just performing the skill or knowing the skill. It's performing it while someone is watching you, standing over you with a clipboard, checking everything off that you're doing wrong, right? So if you practice in the skills lab already having someone watching you, that can be really helpful. So you're already kind of in that, you're used to that. You're in that environment, you know what it's kind of going to flow like. Does that make sense?
Another question from YouTube.
Okay.
I have a hard time creating priority nursing diagnosis as well as which patient to see first.
Okay.
Any advice?
Yes. So up on Matthew, do we have the YouTube playlist on the ABCs?
ABC.
Easy, it's 1, 2, 3. Hey, and we also got a question on Instagram the other day about Maslow's. This applies. So when you are prioritizing nursing diagnoses or prioritizing patient care, the ABCs is first and foremost. Maslow's hierarchy of needs kind of flows with that. And then the nursing process. So those are really the three things. So do I have my bummer over there? So basically, a nursing diagnosis of like impaired breathing or something. I don't have my nursing diagnoses in front of me, but it's going to be something like impaired breathing, airway. What is it? Ineffective airway clearance, I think is it. Ineffective airway clearance. that is going to be a higher priority than, let's say, what are someone give me a risk for a diagnosis? Risk for, impaired coping mechanisms. So you are going to solve someone's breathing problem before you deal with their inability to cope with something, right? Hey, Instagram, sorry, we only got like an hour on Instagram and it's telling us we only have 10 seconds left. So bye, Instagram. Come on over to Facebook or YouTube if you want to continue this conversation about, all the stuff. See you later. Sweet. Okay. So care plans, risk for diagnosis should be at the end. You need to prioritize your patients and your care plans based on the ABCs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the nursing process. So do we have the link? We don't really have the
I'm not
links,
really
huh?
sure what the link is that you would like. Is that playlist we have? I don't think we
maybe not. I don't think we have it. We do have videos on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, search NursingSOS ABC, search NursingSOS Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what have you. Go to YouTube, search NursingSOS nursing process. Those are the 3 videos you're looking for. ABCs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the nursing process. And yes, we do have a video on every single one of those topics. So ABCs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the nursing process. So check those out because that is how you prioritize. That is how you prioritize your nursing diagnoses. Your risk for always goes at the end. If you are a NursingSOS member, we have a full course inside the membership community for you on on nursing care plans and how to write nursing diagnoses, those things. So full care plan course for you with example care plans as well. We have a ton of example care plans for you to use as inspiration and figure out how to write them. So, which is super cool.
Hi guys, I'm starting nursing program from this fall quarter. I know a lot of nursing students using iPads or other tablets for taking notes. Should I get one or is it not necessary? I would have to say that it is not necessary. I'm pretty sure people were going through nursing school before there were iPads and tablets.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think that it is not necessary, or even is it helpful? I know a lot of people like bring in computers or iPads or whatnot. I don't think it's necessary or that you even really should. We always talk about writing things out on good old paper.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people use iPad with maybe your fancy Apple Pen and write on it, and that might work. It's probably still better on paper, honestly. So
yeah.
if you want to, if you feel that it helps, go for it. Is it necessary? No. Also, being in the camp of Google and Windows and not Apple, I would say no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Because we're not people.
But no, iPad is a great piece of technology and it is useful for some things. I don't think it's needed or necessary for taking notes. I think using paper is even better.
Because you have the kinesthetic, right? Taking notes on paper with a pen gives you a few things. The kinesthetic motion. So if you are a kinesthetic learner, it can really, really help you. Even if you're not like actually doing the thing, just the act of writing it out. If you're a visual learner, the act of seeing it as you're writing it out. And it's like slow, right? Because you're like writing out your notes and you're seeing it as you're writing out. You are going to be amazed at how much you learn just by writing things out. Because of that kinesthetic, because of the visual. If you're an auditory learner, say it as you're writing it. You can hear it. You can hear it. We had a question yesterday. A student was asking, well, I don't have anyone to teach. I don't have anyone in my life that I can teach nursing school stuff to, so I can't hear myself teach it to someone else. Because that's what we say a lot. Like if you're an auditory learner, teach it to someone else so you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the point. Like teaching someone else is great, but also you can just talk it out to yourself. You know, so as long as you can just hear it.
Yeah, you can definitely talk it out to yourself. Talk to a mirror. Talk to your dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Cat probably won't like that. They'll probably just walk away. But your dog, you can probably do that. But yeah, it is really just the talking it through and you hearing it more than other people hearing it.
Elias says, I learn better writing out my notes more than using electronics, for sure.
Yeah, I do agree. And like I said, iPad or any tablets nowadays, they are touch sensitive and you could get a pen or whatever and write on it. I still don't think it's as good as writing on a piece of paper. Also, side note with electronics like that, I know that a lot of people usually say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it for note taking, or I'm going to do this because it's going to help me studying. But then you actually look at it and you be honest with yourself and you find that you're doing other things.
You've got Facebook open.
You have other things open on there.
You got YouTube going on.
Just speaking as someone that actually sits in the back of class and played video games, I convinced my parents that I would be using this fancy new laptop to study. Sorry,
Hi,
Mom.
Mom
Sorry,
and
Dad.
Yep.
So it's just being honest with yourself and what works best for you. So.
But look where we are now, Mom and Dad. We did it. We graduated. Thank you. Barely.
All right.
I really like this. Gary, where are the care plan examples that we can look at? Is that if we enroll in the program? Yeah, so that is inside our NursingSOS membership community. If you are a member, if you're a NursingSOS member, we have a full care plan course for you that walks you through how to write care plans step by step. It also has a full care plan database for you of care plans to use as inspiration and examples as you write your own. So it's a really good, really nice course there for you. If it takes you longer than, I would say, about 20 minutes to write a care plan, you're doing something wrong. Care plans really should, once you get them, they should be 5-10 minutes. Literally 5-10 minutes. And I know people are like, whoa, 5-10 minutes. It takes me 3 hours to write a care plan. Yeah, something's wrong. So let me teach it to you. We also have care plan videos on YouTube. So if you're not in the membership community, totally fine. I think we have the link for that one. So if you're on YouTube, check it out on YouTube.
Care plan starts with a C.
Care plan starts with a C.
Do you see it?
I thought I saw it. Care plans. Oh, free care plans. Okay, well, yeah. Do that one. We do have free care plans. Actually, I totally forgot. We have a few free care plans. So Gary, I think it was Gary, right? Gary, check those out. We're posting a link on YouTube. Go to NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com / what is it?
Care plans.
But is a hyphen? Or not a hyphen? What is that dash thing? No, it's just one word.
Nope,
care plans. NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com / care plans with an S.
Care plans.
Yeah. It's Vanessa, his wife. Hi, Vanessa. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
That's hilarious. Hi, Vanessa on Gary's channel. Yeah, so NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com / care plans. And yes, that is inside the membership community. That's so funny. Okay, go for it.
Should I get UWorld or get the Saunders book or both?
Oh, yeah, great. I was just having a conversation with a student about UWorld. I think UWorld is, I have not used it myself. I have heard that it is good. I have only used Saunders, so that's all I can really say. I really like Saunders' book. They don't have that. All my books are out and about in the world.
They're taking a walk.
They're all out there. I use the Saunders. I use the Saunders book for it's the Saunders Comprehensive Review Guide to the NCLEX Examination. Saunders Comprehensive Review Guide to the NCLEX Examination. So that's the book that I've used, both through nursing school and to study for the NCLEX. Yep.
Awesome.
That's that.
Well.
Yes, Vindu, I can see your comments.
Yes, we can see your comments.
Can you pass nursing school? Yes, you can.
Any chance of male nurses? Are there jobs for them? Yes.
Yes, there are. You guys, we don't answer every single comment because that would be, first off, impossible. And second off, we try to answer the comments that are the most helpful for everyone. So,
and I do capture as many as I can also offline. And if we go back through them after this or on any future AMAs that we think that would help a lot of people, then we will definitely get to those. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified whenever we go live. Usually it's Monday and Wednesdays at 9. Sometimes it's every day at 9. Some days it's random times. So be sure to hit that bell so you know. This week,
Yep.
This week, it's been every day.
This week, we're live every day. So tomorrow and Friday, we will be live here again, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. I did that right because I can do math. Yep. Yep.
You already covered the question.
No. Oh, Mandy. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, Mandy.
No.
Was that on for the AMA? Okay, now. Okay, Mandy, I'm going to get back to you on YouTube. No, I didn't. But I think I was supposed to today, and I totally forgot. So sorry, Mandy. That didn't get on our list.
All right.
Okay, Mandy, I'm going to get back to you. And actually, Mandy, are you in the Facebook group, Mandy? Patho on it, no worries. Okay, yeah, Mandy, are you in the Facebook group? Can you tell me? Yes, okay. I am, probably what I'm going to do is just do a video on it, because I want to write it, step by step for you. So what I am going to do, hopefully today, is do that Patho step by step, and I will most likely upload a video to the Facebook group for you to walk you through it. Does that sound good?
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. So yeah, well, I'll get to it. Sorry, Mandy. So sorry about that, friend.
So I kind of feel bad for Instagram because they stopped an hour ago. Well, not an hour ago, but a couple minutes ago. So they're missing all this fun stuff that we're doing here.
Man.
So I think we'll wrap it up for today.
Yes.
And we'll be back here tomorrow at 9
a.m. 9
And happy fall, guys. Happy pumpkin spice latte day and season. If you haven't gotten yours, get yours. Get some.
Get some pumpkin spice latte.
Because
actually, I don't really like pumpkin spice latte.
No, well,
I don't like
it's an acquired taste, and I'm acquiring it currently. So, all right.
All right,
Take
friends.
care, guys.
See ya in a bit.
See ya.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
9 a.m. Bye-bye, Facebook.
And not yet. Are you guys still?
And
okay.
Have you ever looked, actually?